Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Okay. Now, we are going to be talking about the Bronx local bus network and redesign plan. Okay. Guys, as you all know, 2 years ago, over 2 years ago, nearly 3 years ago, under then New York City Transit President Eddie Byford, we have released the Bronx Redesign Bus Plan Network. Alright, which focus on realigning New York City's bus network to provide customer focused routes and faster, more reliable service and travel times. Alright. It aims to meet the following network's redesign strategies: simpler, more direct routes, balanced bus stops, enhanced connectivity, improving frequencies on key routes, and expanded bus priority with 10 key corridors identified in the Bronx priority for street improvements. Alright, as you all know, this started back in 2019. Every community in the Bronx has meetings collectively between 2019 and 2020, leading up to before the project had to be on pause because of the COVID-19 pandemic. All right. So, due to the 18-month pause by the COVID-19 pandemic, the Bx8 Select Bus Service implementation will be delayed until 2020 to coincide with the retirement of the MetroCard, the full development of Omni across the city, and the implementation of all-door boarding in 2023. The logistics and expense associated with installing and then uninstalling Select Bus Service all-board fare collection machines in the future, along with the alignment and sound view just for a year, will not be prudent without limited sources. The associated changes to the BX5 and BX6 local schedules will be postponed until 2023 when the BX6 Select Bus Service realignment is implemented. Some bus stops have been changed in advance with the Bronx Local Bus Network Redesign Plan implemented in conjunction with the New York City DOT's bus project priorities. In addition, the bus stop changes will begin prior to actual changes implementation date, as time is required by New York City Department of Transportation staff to make necessary changes for the proposed implementation date. Alright. So, here's the thing, right? Off-board implementation will be in effect in 2023, of course. Alright. Alright, so sorry. My throat's a bit dry. So, as we all know, the BX6 Select Bus Service will be rerouted from Hunts Point to Soundview, right? The BX6 local will still be going to Hunts Point, to the Hunts Point Food Market. So the plan is to realign the entire network, reroute the BX6 Select Bus Service away from Hunts Point to provide a straight streamlined service towards Soundview. Right? And the project costs approximately $2.7 million. Alright, this includes $1.4 million of NYCT operating costs and $137,000 of MT bus operating costs, which will be implemented by the summer of this year, and $568,000 of New York City Transit annual operating costs will be implemented in 2023. In addition, there will be one-time cost of $1.6 million to train staff on new routes, and $255,000 to change the bus stops. Alright, I already explained all this already. Okay, explained that already. That. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before I continue on, right? There'll be some bus routes that'll get their schedule fixated. All the bus routes are going to have their bus stops realigned, right? It's the fact that some of these routes are going to have their schedule asphyxiated. Some bus routes are going to get shortened. Some of them are going to be extended. Some of them are going to be routed, and there's like two new bus routes that will be serving the Bronx, and we'll get to that in just a minute. All right, so here is the proposed plan, right? Bx4A, increase weekday frequency to 15 minutes or better all day, allowing for Westchester Avenue to be an 8 minutes or better corridor where the BX4 and BX4A overlap. Bx4A, shortened to improve reliability where customers are most riding. Route will travel from Westchester Square to Southern Boulevard using its current route via Metropolitan Avenue and Westchester Avenue. Increase frequency of the BX15A to 15 minutes or better all day, allowing for Westchester Avenue to be 8 minutes or better corridor where the BX4 and BX4 over A lapse. Alright. BX6 local. Increase weekday frequencies to 8 minutes or better all day to maintain the current level of service to Hunts Point, with the proposed BX6 Select Bus service no longer serving that area. BX6 Select Bus service reroute to operate along Brooklyn Boulevard, Bronx River Avenue, and Story Avenue, terminating at Turnbull Avenue and Pugsley Avenue. BX6 Select Bus service will no longer serve Hunts Point. The proposed routing would make the service more direct and would introduce connections for BX6 Select Bus service customers. The addition of the Story Avenue will provide a new faster crosstown service for Soundview residents. Bx8 Shortened Route, moving its southern terminal to Layton Avenue and Dean Avenue. This continues southern alignment route that will be covered by a proposed extension of the BX24. Bx11 Streamlined Route to provide simpler, more direct service while improving crosstown connections. The route will serve East 174th Street, replacing a segment of the BX36, and will terminate at the Parkchester 6 train station, providing a new connection to the 6 train from Morrisania and giving the customers along East 174th Street a more direct crosstown service. Service near Jennings Street and West Farms Road will be provided by a proposed extension of the BX35. Route will avoid circular segments along Shakespeare Avenue, West 68th Street, and Oakland Plymouth Avenue by traveling directly into Manhattan via the Edward L. Grant Highway. Service in this area will be provided by extended Bx18. Increased weekdays service frequency to 8 minutes or better all day. Bx13, increased weekday frequency to 8 minutes or better all day. Bx15 split into two routes. Bx15 Local and Limited will operate between the Hub and Fordham Plaza at all times, as it currently does on weekdays. This continued segment of the route will be covered by the new M125 route operating between the Hub and Manhattanville. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, back in December, over 2 years ago, the Bx15 was switched from West Farms Depot to Kingsbridge Depot, so to align itself with the Bronx Redesign Network plan, because the Bx15 route is going to be shortened, will only operate between both Fordham Plaza and the Hub, 3rd Avenue, 149th Street. And this new route, the M25, will operate between the Hub and Manhattanville, which will soon to be the former segment of the Bx15 route. Bx18, extend route to serve new section along West 168th Street and Shakespeare Avenue, replacing a segment on the Bx11. Increase weekday frequency to 20 minutes or better all day. Bx22, Increase weekday frequency to 8 minutes or better all day. Bx23, increase weekday frequency to 8 minutes or better all day with a frequency of 3 minutes in the AM and PM peak periods. Bx24, streamlined route and country club with new routing along Kenilworth Place, Empridge Avenue, and Stadium Avenue. Extend route to Locust Point, replacing a southern segment of shortened Bx8. Bx26, terminate route at Ash Loop in Co-op City with service between Ash Loop and Section 5 with a more frequent Bx23. Bx28, streamlined route of both changes to eastern and western ends of the road and eastern and western ends of the route. In Co-op City, terminate at Bay Plaza Mall operating via Ash Loop. In Norwood and Bedford Park, discontinued service along Marshall Parkway and Paul Avenue, streamlined route by operating on Bainbridge Avenue and Bedford Park Boulevard. Increase weekday frequency to 8 minutes or better all day. Bx29, shortened route moving its terminal to Pelham Bay Park 6 train station. Service between Co-op City and Pelham Bay Park will be operated by a more frequent Bx23. So the Bx29 is the City Island bus route. It will be projected to operate between City Island and Pelham Bay Park. Bx30, streamlined route with changes to both the eastern and western ends of the route. In Co-op City, route will terminate at Dreiser Loop. Western end routing would be operate southbound via Boston Road, south of Gun Hill Road, to Pelham Parkway 2 and 5 train station, providing service along a corridor not previously served by New York City Transit. Bx34, streamlined route by discontinuing service along Southern Bainbridge and Valentine Avenues. Service will be routed onto East 204th Street and Webster Avenue with access to Fordham Road still provided. Bx35, extend route to bypass congested Gladstone Square less than 500 feet away and serve West Farms Road, Jennings Road, and Bryant Avenue. This route would align to ensure customers on segment current Bx11 still has coverage. Bx36, streamlined route to travel from Soundview to Washington Heights via East Streamlined Avenue instead of East 174th Street, East 180th Street. Route will still serve the West Farms and East Streamlined neighborhoods, but without meandering via Boston Road. Oh, this route this route speaks out to me the most because I would see transit fanners code break the Bx36 route and it would say Tremont Avenue, meaning in accordance to this plan that I'm reading to you guys right here, the Bx36 will operate streamlined along Tremont Avenue, while the Bx40 and the Bx42 will operate along Tremont Avenue, East 180th Street. Alright. Bx38, discontinue route. Service between sections 1 and 4 and Bartow Avenue will be provided via more frequent Bx23. Discontinuing this route will allow for these resources to be shifted to the Bx28. Bx40, streamlined route to operate from Throgs Neck Bridge to Morris Heights via Tremont Avenue, East 180th Street, allowing for more connection to the new ADA accessible East 180th Street 2 and 5 Express Station. This continued segment of the route on East Tremont Avenue between Rosedale and Webster Avenues will be covered by the proposed reroute of the Bx36 and Bx36 Limited. Routing will also allow most customers along East Tremont Avenue, East 180th Street to have a simpler, more direct service while avoiding some of the congestion on West Farm Square area. Route will no longer meander to the Throgs Neck Bridge, but instead will terminate at East Streamlined and Arden Avenues. Increased service, increased weekday frequencies to 8 minutes or better all day. Bx41 select bus service. Increased weekday frequencies to 8 minutes or better all day. No alignment changes or start removals are proposed to the route. Bx42 route will no longer be completely duplicated by the Bx40 service along the Tremont Avenue and Burnside Avenue corridors. Its western terminal would be changed to Westchester Square. Service is provided west of Westchester Square. It will be provided by increased all-day frequency on the Bx40. In Throgs Neck, the route will provide more coverage to Balcom and Pennyfield Avenues via one single route instead of two. Increase weekday frequency to 15 minutes or better all day. Q50 Limited. Q50 Limited. Alright. Shorter route to move its northern terminal from Pelham Bay Park 6 train station. Service between Co-op City and Pelham Bay Park will be provided by an enhanced Bx23 with increased frequency. M100 shorten route moving southern terminal to Amsterdam Avenue West 25th Street. This continued segment of the route will be covered by the M60 select bus service M101 and the newly proposed M125. And last but not least, M125. Introduce new route that serves the southern segments of the current BX15. Route will operate from the hub to Manhattanville via 125th Street. Operate route at weekday frequencies of 8 minutes or better all day with the same service span as the BX15, 24 hours. Alright, so it has confirmed that the M125 will operate 24 hours a day. Alright. I'm not even going to bother to read the proposed final plan for revisions of the following draft released in October 2019, but you guys can look at it yourselves for the BX4A through BX11, BX4 through BX11 as I move along. Alright? Also this right here, right? Bx25 is making a comeback. As you guys don't remember, the Bx25 was a bus route that was discontinued back in 2010 due to the MTA's 2010 financial crippling budget cuts and service cuts that crippled the city overall. Alright? Introduce a new route serving Co-op City and Eastern Bronx. Outside of Co-op City, the BX25 will follow the same route as the BX26 along Allerton Avenue. Within Co-op City, the BX25 will follow the same route as the BX28, operating on Baychester Avenue and Co-op Boulevard before terminating at the Bay Plaza Shopping Center in the eastbound direction. Route will split frequencies with the BX26 providing the same frequency levels as today on Allerton Avenue. Weekdays at 24 minutes or better all day, and on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays at 30 minutes or better all day. Route will have the same service spans as the BX26. One more thing. Involving the BX5, BX6 local, and its select bus counterpart. Due to the 18-month pause caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, the BX6 select bus service implementation has been delayed until 2023 to coincide with the retirement of the MetroCards and the full development of Omni across the city. All-door boarding will be launched on all bus routes in 2023. The logistics and expense associated with installing and then uninstalling select bus service offboard fare machines along with the future alignment and sound view for just 1 year is just not the prudent use of limited resources. The associated changes to the Bx8 and Bx8 local schedules will also be postponed until 2023 when the Bx8 select bus service realignment is implemented. So what this bullet point is saying right here, right? Before they touch the Bx8 and the Bx8 local, they have to make sure that the Bx8 select bus service is realigned, and that they are all following the implementation plan with the retirement of the Metro cards and with the debut of Omni cards, where with the Omni cards you can use your card, tap, and enter all the doors in the bus. If it's a standard bus, 2 doors, articulated bus, 3 doors, you already know the deal already. I'm pretty sure that all of y'all, without a doubt, been inside a city bus lately. You will see these Omni tap machines, alright? One's at the front and another one's at the rear door. And if you ever been inside of an articulated bus before, the other two machine card readers are on the 2 rear doors. Okay? And Omni won't be fully implemented until 2023. Won't have full implementation until 2023. Well, ladies and gentlemen, these are the comments that people have provided in terms of the Bronx Redesign Network. I'm not even going to bother going through all this. I will let you guys look into this yourselves at your own time. Okay, I will provide the link. To these board meeting materials at the beginning of the video. Okay, at the beginning of the video. Okay, and you could just read the comments all on your own. It's also, you can look at the bus maps, the redesign aligned bus maps on your own too, as well, which is also available in these board meeting materials. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the commentary. Alright, if you guys enjoy this commentary episode, please make sure to like, rate, comment, share, and subscribe to the Transportation Hub YouTube channel for more hot, fresh content. And make sure to follow the Hub on Instagram, Twitter, like and follow the Hub Facebook page, listen to the Hub Talk Chronicles podcast, and also make sure you subscribe to the Transportation Hub YouTube channel. Alright. My name is Norman. My name is N. Miller of the Transportation Hub. Thank you guys for tuning in. Right now, I'm just scrolling through the maps so that you guys can see. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to look at the commentary, at the maps yourselves, you can check it out. You can look at the board meeting materials yourselves. Oh, and 125 will be going further out west on Broadway instead of going out east. Okay. All right. All right. The hub in Hattonville via 125. Wonder what depot is going to get the M125. Most likely, it's going to be Clara Hale. Most likely, or West Farms. My money's either on Clara Hale or West Farms, one or the other. Mm. All right. So, and before we go, right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure you all know. I'm pretty sure you all know. SIM23 and SIM24 bus routes are now are now 100 are now totally without doubt 100% MTA New York City Transit property because the city and the academy bus was under contract by the city of New York has made a deal with the MTA for the MTA to take over the SIM23 and SIM24 bus routes. All right. Like the routing remains the same, everything else remains intact as it was when it was operating under Academy. All right. The only thing that's discontinued is that the SIM24 will no longer use Outer Bridge parking will no longer serve the Outer Bridge park and ride, and the SIM23 SIM24 would instead be restored to the path travels operate in Staten Island prior to 2020 and was implemented by the 2018 New York City Transit Staten Island Express Redesign Plan. They will remain unchanged in Manhattan, operating 34th Street Crosstown in Manhattan. And it was proposed this month. And how much did the MTA paid for this to happen? Oh, I don't see no payment costs right here. Nope. Alright then, that's pretty much it then. Once again, this is N. Miller of the Translation Hub. Love all of you dearly, and I cannot wait to see all of you at the next stop.